Okay, let's look at the homework 7.5, 7.6, problem number 7. Alright, so we want to minimize this function subject to this constraint here. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so again, first thing to do is I'm going to identify g of x, but in this case right here, this is our g of x comma y, right? So this is our g of x comma y. So our capital F of x, so f of x comma y comma lambda is equal to, all right, so x squared minus y squared minus lambda times quantity x minus 6y plus 105. Alright, so let's find the critical number, critical point of this capital F. So let's take the partial of capital F with respect to x. So that's going to be 2x. And a partial of that is 0. And you're just going to get x, so it's a negative lambda. And we're going to set that equal to 0. Right? And I'm going to actually go ahead and solve for lambda by adding lambda to both sides. So that cancels out. So 2x is the same thing as lambda. Right? Then partial of capital F with respect to y is equal to, right? So partial of that is 0. Partial of that is negative 2y. Right? Partial of that would be negative 6 times negative lambda. So it's going to be plus 6 lambda is equal to 0. Right? To make this a little bit simpler, I'm going to go ahead and write it as, alright, I'm going to just divide through by 2. So you have, actually, I'm going to divide through by negative 2. How about that? So it's going to be y minus 3 lambda is equal to 0. Alright, then last one, f partial with respect to lambda is going to give you negative x minus 6y plus 105, right, equal to 0, right? But you can multiply both sides by negative 1 or divide by negative 1. We have x minus 6y plus 105 equal to 0, which is the same thing as the constraint. All right, so we're gonna plug let's see, 2x for lambda here. So we're gonna get y minus 2x times 3, so it's gonna be 6x equals 0. Right? So we know that by adding 6x to both sides, we know that the y is equal to 6x. Alright, so now we plug 6x in for y right here. Alright, so you're going to get, so this is going to give us, alright, x minus, alright, 6 times 6, so it's a 36 x plus 105. Actually, why don't I subtract 105 so that I can put negative 105 on the other side, right? And this is going to be negative 35 x is equal to negative 105, right? Then we can simply divide through the equation by negative 35 to find x to be 3. Right? once you know that the x is 3, we can plug this guy into x here. So we know that y is equal to 6 times 3, so 18. Right? So we found the x value, which is 3, and the y value is 18. Right? So let's compute f of x is 3, y is 18. Right, so this is going to be equal to x squared would be 9. 3 squared 9 minus 18 squared. So what's 18 times 18? Right, 8 times 8 is 64. 1 times 8 is 8, so it's going to be 14. So 1, 8, 4, 2, and 3. So it's going to be 324. Right? So this is going to be negative 315. Right? So we have that, and let's type it in. Alright, so minimum value was negative 315. And it was, let's see, what was the value? 3 and 18. All right, 3, 18. All right, let's check the answer. All right, it came back and looks like we did this problem correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.